All right. Oh, this is your channel.
Yeah.
Welcome to his channel. My viewers, welcome to his channel.
So we switched from Ferdi to FlyingSoul, which is my nickname.
Right. So now we're FlyingSoul English.
Yeah, FlyingSoul English. It's this part, another part of my account. So back to the story. We were talking about my situation and the reason why I really almost fell into depression and how I just.
Got out of it?
Got out of it, yes.
I didn't even notice you were depressed.
No, I mean, and it was not really, I can't tell. I think it's too hard to say, no, it's depression. It was not really depression. I was really sad. I was close to go back home because of that. But today I just born again, so I'm not leaving Russia. I'm gonna stay here. And on this speech, that we had, I'm gonna ask you what you had this kind of situation in your life and what happened and how did you get out?
I've had them numerous times, but I'm gonna tell at least two stories, at least two. The last one will be the big one, but this one, some of them know already, and it's very interesting. I remember the first time I got fed up with Russia, very fed up. It was I don't remember how many years ago it was, but I just finished another round of touring, and I had money at this time. The ruble was strong. I was walking around with a lot of money in my pockets. I had no bank account, but I was walking around with a lot of money in my pocket. So money was good. And usually when money's good, I'm good. But at this time, I still had a girlfriend and stuff. But what was bothering me was like the last 3 cities I toured in, things didn't go my way. They didn't go my way. So it might have been from girls too. Maybe no girls wanted to spend some time with me or something. It could have been that, but I honestly don't remember. But I remember what just finished it, and I was like, I'm fucking out of here. And it was when the last apartment I had that I rented from these people.
And where were you?
This was Moscow.
Moscow.
I was living in the center because I had I got more money now, but back then I had a lot of rubles, so I just got an apartment in the center of Moscow. It's a beautiful apartment. I made videos in that. But the refrigerator wasn't working. And I was supposed to be there for a week, and the refrigerator wasn't working. I told the owner, look, I'm not going to stay here if you guys don't fix the refrigerator. It's like, oh, you're gonna fix it, but in order to stay here, you gotta pay us now. They're gonna come later to fix it. I promise.
So you're gonna leave the flat.
Right. And they're like, no, I'm like, all right, fine. I'll wait. Nobody shows up. I call. Nobody's answering the phones. Fuck. So next day, I go to do one of my classes, and this is the weirdest thing that ever happened. There's a man and a lady who were managing me in that city during this event, during these gigs, and during the class, the lady pulls me out, and there's a police officer in the class. And which was good, helps prove that, I didn't do anything wrong. She pulls me out of the classroom and she goes into another room. She goes, we want our money back. What the fuck you mean you want your money back? We didn't sell enough tickets for you. Well, that's your fucking problem. What do you mean? The fuck are you talking? That's your job. You failed at your job too bad. Not the time I was hot. I've never heard that excuse. The ruble was high. I had a lot of views and everything. We couldn't sell enough tickets for you. The problem actually was I did Moscow too much and they didn't know that. I did maybe 50 different gigs in Moscow. But anyway, they're like, we didn't sell enough tickets. I'm like, that's your problem. You know what I mean? I'm here. I flew in yesterday, the day before, whatever. And I'm here doing my job. It's your job to sell the fucking tickets. It's my job to teach. And they paid me already. So she's like, we want our money back. I'm like, look, we'll talk later. I'm not giving you your money back. And as she's standing there in front of me, between me and the door, I'm looking, I see between the glass on the door her husband. And he kind of got this face on like he's not agreeing with what she's doing. Because, that's her husband. He's a Russian man. If he agreed with her, he'd be right there next to her, but he's in the back like this.
So he got it.
Right, he understood that I was right, and she was really bitchy. So he was like, oh, God. So that pissed me off. So when I was on my way home, she canceled all the classes. When I was on my way home, the next day, again, I'm calling the people. They're not answering. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to stay here until they contact me. And then as soon as they contact me, I'm going to leave. I'm going to try to stay longer because I don't think they're going to... I thought they thought I would leave before the 7 days was over and then they just come there, whatever the fuck. But I'm a slick motherfucker. I forgot exactly what I did that was slick. Is either I got the lock changed or I did something that I knew they couldn't come in and I did something I wasn't supposed to do. So I either got the lock changed or I did something. But basically, long story short, I ended up not paying everything I was supposed to, like utilities and stuff that I was supposed to give them on the last day. I just bought a ticket to New York one day, left the next day, that fast.
Well,
went straight to my father's house, and everyone was like, "What the fuck? What happened?" And I was like, "I just needed to come home. I was going crazy." You know, that last week. But the real depression story of mine, the real depression story was shit. It basically, it was only because this one was about money.
No, exactly, because I mean, you say that you had enough money, so I mean,
not all the time. See, the thing with me in Russia, it was like this. It was like this. Like when the ruble started collapsing and I stopped touring, that was the start of it. Because it all came together. Because I was relying on the ruble. I was relying on it. And then around that time, this YouTube channel, well, not this one, but the one you guys are watching before it, got shut down.
Oh.
Well, basically, they shut it down. They cut the money off. And that was a lot of my income. So that was bad. I remember the day that happened, I was with, you don't know, I was with a girl in the city of Omsk. And for like a whole month, I was depressed because I didn't know what I was going to do. I'm not making any money. My YouTube channel shut down. If I go home, I'm going to look like a failure. I got
that's the point. I mean, for me, it's the same.
Right.
That's what I thought about when I was in that situation.
Like if I leave a place, I'm going to leave because of a success or because my visa ended.
Exactly.
You understand?
Absolutely.
So at the time, I just had got a 3-year visa, and now I gotta go home because I failed. How am I gonna explain it? So I was like, fuck that. You know, I'm gonna stick through it.
I perfectly understand.
Right, but I stuck with it. You know, I'm a businessman. Thought of a new channel, Top Pog channel. That shit blew the fuck up and got me right back on my feet. Long story short, ever since then, things have been going straight up. But around this time, my father, I believe he was thinking about selling our house in New York. And that was actually another time I was depressed. I was after it. When my father sold the house, maybe a year ago, when he sold the house, that really fucked with me. I grew up there, you know, and that house was, you know, what always made me knew I live in New York. I was like, I got a house in New York. That's where I live. But when he sold the house, I didn't have a home anymore. You know what I mean? Like I don't have a home. And I grew up there. And
everything at the same moment.
And the worst part about it, this might be a little deep for you. This was a little after. This might be a little deep for you as a white guy. I don't want to always bring in race and stuff, but like my father was always pro-black, and he's like, one thing we got to do that other people don't do, other black people don't do, we got to learn to pass things down from generations. Keep property, hold it. Rent it out, buy new property, expand. You know, the Jews do it all the time. And then he sells the fucking house because of his new wife. And it's like, you talked all this shit about keeping things in the family and all that kind of shit.
Wait for a moment.
Yeah, but they can hear me. So like, why the hell would you sell the house? I just don't get it at all.
It's coming back soon.
Oh my gosh.
It's just someone came.
Hey. Yeah.
We'll introduce you maybe.
Yeah, so it was really just crazy. I didn't understand it. And it really just kind of pissed me off. And
so, how did you get out of the end?
Which one? The house shit?
Well, the whole situation. I mean, you.
The one where I got out of when it cut off the channel, I made the Top Pog channel with the white girls with big butts and other curvy women. That got me out the hole real fast. That blew up real fucking fast. And so now everything's absolutely fine. You know,
and it was before moving to Novosibirsk, or?
Yes, all of this was before moving here. All of it was before moving here. Here, I've had no problems in Novosibirsk. That's the best thing. Absolutely no problems.
We actually love this city.
Right, it's a great city, and I just haven't had any problems because it's like as soon as I got here, everything went straight up. You know, businesses and all that stuff just went straight up. I've had no issues. I'm trying to think of something. Oh, look at that.
Okay.
So now, yeah.
You can come here and say hi.
No.
It's gonna work a little later. Well, yeah, that's basically
okay.
it, man, you know.
So that's all. Thank you very much that you shared with us all your story. And just see you next time. I mean, again.
All right, man.
Thank you.
Ciao and stuff.
Ciao, ciao.
I remember half of it.